Let's watch this most pathetic man ever. The
good
other
news and
one.
bad news. And I've always found it's better to get the bad news first. Just go raw and no rubber and hit you with the cold water right away. Force feed you the vegetables so that way the dessert tastes even better. The bad news, I'm about to show you an insufferable asshole. Perhaps one of the most miserable people to listen to on the planet. The good news, he's about to be arrested. Let me introduce you to Johnny. Johnny is the epitome of turbo virgin. I know this word gets tossed around a lot, but he is a self-proclaimed incel and one of YouTube's most prolific stalkers slash woman harassers. This goofy goober looks like if Raymundo from Rocket Power and Tommy Wiseau did a fusion dance and created the world's most socially inept asshole. Now Johnny's whole shtick was he would wait outside of bars, clubs, and even parking garages, literally just fucking live in parking garages until he saw the slightest hint of a human female nearby. And then he would get his phone out and start recording himself, following them, insulting them, and demanding they fuck him. And he'd follow them for what felt like miles. These videos would go on for so long, and always it would end up the same. Them threatening to get the authorities involved because they were literally scared for their lives around this guy, because he was completely unhinged. And he continued this shit for about a year. I've known about his pitiful existence for quite some time, but just never really wanted to bring any attention to it for obvious reasons. But now, he pushed the envelope a bit too far and flew a bit too close to the sun, and his tiny little micro dick burned up. He actually assaulted a woman who defended herself from him. He pepper sprayed her, and it was after he instigated the entire conflict, and now that video has surfaced and the authorities have gotten involved, and they're looking to arrest him and potentially charge him with assault with a deadly weapon, as well as a hate crime and the discharge of tear gas. The article also alleges that he was recently arrested after getting kicked out of a club with his friend, and while getting escorted out, basically claimed white power and some other shit like that.
Man, it's so crazy to me that, like, these guys always come from the same fucking place, dude. They always come from the same background, always come from the same ideology. That's wild. And one of the other things that is so revealing about the systems that we exist under is that, like, they don't necessarily have a brushing with the law that genuinely creates legal complications for them until it goes too far. It's just so strange, dude. It's so weird to me that, like, the first time, second time, third time is not enough. He can monetize his fucking YouTube videos, you know what I mean? He just, like, keeps doing it over and over again. Until, you know, maybe at the end.
Which sounds par for the course for a fucking homunculus like this guy. Imagine evolving for millions upon millions of years and ending up like Johnny. What a bad fucking deal. Just an actual shit stain on the planet. But anyway, I'd like to show you the video that is going to lead to his arrest. What triggered it all here and started this chain reaction where finally it looks like he will no longer be terrorizing innocent people on the streets.
Can I hang out with you?
My guy just stole my car, so he's...
Where'd he go? Newport Coast?
I can't watch this, bro. This is crazy. Dude, always, I gotta say, like, you know, stay strapped with pepper spray and tasers, but I feel like half the time that shit only pisses him off further. So, like, once again, women always have that genuine fear. This is like the worst fear of every woman, okay? If you have a sister, if you have a mom, every single one of them is genuinely and understandably fearful of this. And if you think that this shit doesn't happen frequently, you're wrong. It happens all the fucking time. Maybe lighter versions of this happen, but the real fear always exists for very legitimate fucking reasons, okay? And it doesn't take a guy who is, like, psychotically obsessed and having a YouTube incel channel for a dude to behave this way, because it comes from a larger systemic malfunction of thinking that, like, this is something that can happen, this is something that should happen, that a lot of men are educated to act like. Okay?
Huh?
This is why, if you've ever had, like, a girlfriend or anything like that, and they're like, can you please walk me to my car? Can you please, you know, I don't want to walk alone at night. This is why.
Hook up with you? What kind of vagina do you have? Is it an innie or an outie? Does it have beef curtains?
I'm gonna call the cops if you don't.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're annoying, dude.
Why are you calling me?
Because I want to fuck.
That's his real voice, by the way. He's not putting on some kind of show. He's not playing a character. He genuinely sounds like one of the Looney Tunes character Inhaled Helium forever. It actually just sounds like
she's trying to deal with that, and she's like angry and upset, but there's a very real thought in the back of her mind, at least according to what I know from my female friends, is that like, if I fucking pop off on this dude, what if he gets violent? And you can tell, like, you can literally fucking tell that this dude has the capacity to snap at any given moment. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to even escalate. She's like, there's no de-escalation in that circumstance because the dude is already geared to be a fucking piece of shit, an actual freak. Terrifying.
Like he's making fun of a stereotypical incel demanding tindies from mommy. That is just his normal state of being. He does it unironically. Man's collected all the infinity stones of cringe and ascended to a level beyond pathetic. I'll go ahead and play the rest of the clip.
My fat ass cock is ready to get hard for you.
Cops are coming right
Why would you call the cops on me, bro? I'm just speaking.
It doesn't matter.
Fuck you, you little bitch, you little void. Oh, you little. Whoa, what's wrong with you? Chill out, chill out, chill out. Hey, chill out, chill out. Chill out, you just kicked me in the balls. You back up. You back up. You back up. Throw that at me, you're gonna...
It's an absolute shame that he didn't lose his footing and fall down the stairs in front of him. I've never prayed so hard for shoelaces to malfunction in my life. So yeah, the guy's obviously a coward. He carries pepper spray because he'll push people to the absolute edge, and when they finally do, like, defend themselves, he'll just pepper spray them. Now, of course, there's almost zero people in the world that like...
The things I want to say, I will not be able to say on this platform because, unfortunately, there are limitations to free speech, even though free speech does not exist on this platform, which I'm thankful for. This is one of the instances where I'm not thankful that free speech does not exist on this platform. I will not be saying the things I want to say, but I'm thinking them. You can't stop me from thinking those things that I'm thinking. They are urges. I have urges. I have feelings. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Don't say anything stupid. Just think it. You can think it. No one can stop you from thinking it, but you can't say it in the chat, or I can't say it out loud. But oh my God. Wow. That's okay.
Like this guy and can stand to be around him. I imagine even his own parents drink themselves into a dreamless slumber every single night, just regretting the day that they conceived this failure. But I did see on Twitter a couple of people blame the woman here, saying she assaulted him first. Now,
I'm thinking more of those thoughts. It is becoming uncontrollable. If I keep watching the rest of this video and I see motherfuckers defend this person, this freak, this vermin, this, scumbag, awful, not even a human being, I am going to say things. Okay,
of course,
let's
Twitter
continue.
is just this disgusting cum dumpster of the most brain-rotted clowns imaginable. But I did want to at least talk about it. There's such a drastic difference between throwing a shoe after being verbally harassed for however many minutes before filming, because he was doing this even before he started filming. This is only a piece of the video. To be harassed that long and then just respond by throwing a shoe is completely different than getting fucking pepper sprayed. It just can't even be compared. That's like if a kid shot a spitball at you and you responded by hitting them with a sledgehammer. Pepper spray is hardcore. It's a legitimately painful experience from everyone I've ever known to be pepper sprayed. They have said it's the most painful thing they've ever experienced. Luckily, I haven't been pepper sprayed, but I know from what I've seen and the people that I know that it is something that isn't just laughed off or something trivial. So it's just not even in the same ballpark. And she did it in what I consider to be self-defense. This was like 3 a.m., the witching hour, don't summon Freddy Fazbear at 3 a.m. kind of shit. Like, this is haunted. This guy is hanging out at a parking garage in the middle of the night, being fucking creepy and weird, saying things like my hard cock is ready for you and shit like that. You don't know what he's gonna do. That is a dangerous person. So to like get him away from you and throw a shoe, I think is like an appropriate response. And especially because he already proved you can't just walk away from the confrontation, because he had just previously followed a woman all the way to her car who was panicking, making up a story about having her car stolen and visibly uncomfortable and worried for her own fucking life. So her trying to scare him away like a pigeon on the beach was really like the only thing she could do to like diffuse the situation and make him stop. And then he responded by ruining his life with the pepper spray, because now he'll be arrested for it, and I cannot fucking wait. I think that is extremely exciting news that this guy is finally going to face some serious repercussions for this shit, because it's been going on for quite some time. He has a long history of doing this shit without remorse, and this is beyond deserved. I'd like to show you just one more clip that survived when his channel got nuked. This is just another example of the kind of shit that he would do on a regular.
For the record, everything he did leading up to the fucking pepper spray is illegal and should be criminally prosecuted. That's it. Like, that is straight up. Like, the whole, like, stalking with a fucking phone on you, uploading it to YouTube, like, all of that should be, should get him to face legal consequences. That is crazy. You're harassing someone, you're filming them when they have clearly told you that they don't want you to film them. So we're not even allowed to stalk and harass women in parking lots anymore? Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, right? This is America. I thought this was America, not communist China.
Hey, are you single?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you single?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you think I'm hot?
Oh, I didn't say that.
You don't think I'm hot?
I can't even see you without my glasses.
Oh, really? Do you live here?
I don't even know.
Do you want to hang out?
Probably not right now because I'm not even.
What are you going to do later? Sleep? Can I come sleep with you? You don't want a massage?
No, I'm good.
Luckily, she eventually escapes from the 7th circle of hell there, but this was his content. This is all he would do. He would just wait to find women pretty much anywhere, really, and make them as scared and uncomfortable as possible and film it. That was his entire existence. That was his whole purpose. And now it's finally over. Can finally breathe a nice sigh of relief. You won't accidentally see this man sitting on a fucking park bench somewhere and ruining your day. So I just wanted to share the both bad and good news here. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.
I don't know if I should do this. Okay, they're actually saying nice things. Okay, good. Okay, so for a second I was worried. What is this? This man will never get a date. Is this another one? Is this another one like this? Damn. Moist has been fucking blistering the incels, dude. That's great. You thought people were going to be defending him in Charlie's comments? It's YouTube. It's not about Charlie. It's about YouTube, my friend. Where do you think these guys get the fucking you know, I mean, this guy's on YouTube too. Where do you think these guys get the fucking confidence to behave this way?
My wife, like most people marry their wife because she was hot. She was
here. By the way, I just want to point something out here. Like, if you're wondering, like, well, you know, where are these guys coming from? Here, this is a very normalized version of that.
I married my wife like most people marry their wife because she was hot. She was beautiful. She was fun. She was smart. She was all those things. But it wasn't till about 10 years after we had been together when I started to think like, oh, you know, like for the first 10 years I was thinking, well, of course she has no capacity for reason. You know, I don't understand a word she said. But then I kept noticing that she was right a lot of the time when she, and I couldn't understand it. And I started to think, oh, she's actually seeing the world from a different point of view. And
the fuck? Bro, is this guy explaining how his marriage caused him to fucking comprehend women as like full human beings? He spent 10 years with his wife and then he was like, oh shit, dude. I get it now. Like evil Foucault. Yo, a lot of you motherfuckers were like, why is Andrew Tate so popular? Okay. Those guys, there's a lot of guys like that. A lot of dudes' starting position is that. Like every dude to a certain degree is built in. Well, not like obviously no one is born like that, but every dude learns that behavior, okay? And it takes a long ass time to unlearn that behavior. And that's why I get so mad at motherfuckers who literally reinforce that behavior all the time, okay? Not to that same degree, but you know, misogyny is very common. It's a basic part of social conditioning. It's the same exact shit that we talk about with respect to transphobia. Okay? Come on, Twitch has a huge misogynistic audience as well, saying the YouTube thing isn't completely fair. No. I've never said that Twitch is not misogynistic. I'm simply stating that, like, YouTube comments are very, very unhinged. Like, very unhinged.
And that is like putting on those red and blue glasses that suddenly turn the world into 3 dimensions. You suddenly become one flesh, one person, and you see things in a new and deeper and richer way. And that, to me, transforms everything.
This guy, it took him 10 years to understand.